lot of thrust off the pad, and then you switch to liquids because they're usually more efficient and usually a little bit better for their weight. So if you start with something like this, right? I don't have a lot of fuel for my liquid here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some radial decouplers.
In truth, you already have enough delta V to get you into orbit.
Yeah,
just enough. Or maybe no, you might be 200 short. I can't remember if it's 4,700.
So now I'm going to put some of the smallish solid rockets. So now, see, here's where you got to be careful. Yeah. You got to look at your at your staging. See how this is going to launch these guys, but I want this engine to fire at the same time, which is right here. So what you can do is you take this guy and you drag it down. So now you've got all four of these engines firing. I think I just moved something. We'll check that.
Your parachute needs to go above.
Oh yes.
No, just drag the whole stage down.
Right.
I
want that down there. Okay, fixed that. So what I want here is off the pad, I want all four of these engines to fire at once, so I put them together, right? So then this decoupler here, I want that to be next, because these guys are going to run out of fuel long before this runs out of fuel.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be carrying this weight once we're, use these up. So you want them to fire at the same time, but next you have the decouplers separate. So I have this decoupler set next. So this is the one that will ditch the these two fuel tanks and this engine.
That lifting stage.
Right. This is my main get it off the ground, get it moving stage. So I want lots of power with as little weight as possible theoretically, but you want some fuel involved, right? So it's going to get I'm just using the solid rockets to get off the ground and get some movement. And hopefully once I get it up high enough, I can keep maintaining some acceleration with just the liquid stage, what I have left.
Here's a thought.
And then the next stage, so this will fire. So this is out of order
That's
too.
out of order. Yeah.
So I don't know how KSP did that, but this is why you have to check.
Yeah.
So the next thing I
think that's one of the things you dragged, probably.
Probably. So next I want this engine to fire, and this is once I'm already up, this is the cant it over and start getting some actual orbital speed, because if you're going straight up, you're not getting a whole lot of, I guess I'll call it horizontal speed, but your orbital, right?
Velocity. Yeah.
Your orbital velocity is only gaining at the rate that Kerbin is spinning under you. Once you start leaning over, you can start getting some orbital velocity and actually get into a stable orbit. So I want the thrust vectoring to be able to actually turn this over. I should actually check, does this have vectoring? Yes, it does. Good. That will allow us to do some.
So I need to go back a little bit, and we have Kerbal Engineer on. It's a mod.
Right.
I suggest it highly because it just gives you more information. It doesn't break the game. Now, if we look at our thrust to weight ratio, 1.7 before the brackets is basically the highest you can have before you start generating a ton of atmospheric drag through the speed of sound and whatnot. So we need to actually thrust limit our earlier stage to come down to 1.7. So now we'll have to do that on the solid rockets.
I just screwed up our...
That's fine. We'll fix it.
We'll fix it. Oh, okay. Actually, no, it's working again. All right. So right click on this thrust limiter.
So we want to bring that thrust to weight ratio down to 1.7. This will... What the hell just happened?
I don't know. What? Houston, we have a problem.
Just take the engines off and then reattach them, I think. Wow. Okay.
Engine...
What engine is that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be bad.
I don't know what KSP is.
So this is
not
good.
what I did.
No, we're checking this shit out.
This is a good lesson in... There we go, see? We get the stage back. All right. Wow. Okay.
So 1.37 is a little low. We want to have 1.7.
I wanted right click.
That's fine. Welcome to Drunk Space Program. I'm Absurdities, he's Dundas, and we're fucking shit up.
Yes, we are. We're attempting to give a lesson in staging. So see, 1.69, I'm going to leave that. That's close enough.
Lesson.
Right. So 1.69, that's about as good as it gets. So up here we have 2.27, but because that's a liquid, that we can adjust via the throttle control.
Yeah.
So if we start over accelerating, we can just throttle back and we'll be fine. So we don't need to worry about that. But down here with the solid rocket boosters, that's important because we can't mess with those.
Now, one thing I would like to point out is that we don't know how fast these solid rocket boosters are going to burn in relation to that liquid fuel. So what I would suggest is separating them just for information purposes. So if you create another stage at the very bottom and then put those solid rocket boosters down in it, we should be able to find out, or the liquid, it doesn't matter really. Yeah, it's weird how it does. See, that's the thing, is it'll take 3 engines as a group and put them in 2 separate groups on the staging. So you gotta watch out for that too. Look at, what's the bottom stage?
That's the solids.
That's the solids. So they're gonna burn for 59.4 seconds. Our liquid is actually gonna only burn for 54.7. So what I would suggest,
we should probably put some more fuel in that.
Is either put more fuel in or thrust limit it down.
We can just change the throttle on that, but I'm gonna put another little bit of fuel in.
Well, we could, but yeah. And then we have 1 minute on the liquid fuel and 59 seconds.
I think that's more useful.
So that's good. And our delta V is sitting at 5100, so it's good. It's gonna reach orbit, and we'll be able to do some maneuvering up there.
All right.
So now they're together, we know what's going on.
All right. Whoa.
It still doesn't want to separate them, but that's fine.
You mean combine them?
Yeah, that. What he said.
I think it's because these are separate somehow. Mm-hmm. At any rate.
Yeah. If we took them off and put it back on, it'd probably do it again. It'd probably fix it.
Well, let's fix that real quick. Just because... No? Maybe not.
Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Okay, so we've got all the engines firing, and then, sorry, what's the second stage?
This one.
The one under 6. Just highlights the 6th one. So that's down...
This is our radial decouplers. This is our radial decouplers.
Radial decouplers, so those will fall away, the liquid will still be firing, and then we go up a stage.
So we ditch those, which will maintain our main engine, our main lift engine, and then after that we have this decoupler here, which launches, which ditches this whole combination here, and then we have our secondary lift.
Mid-atmospheric lift or whatever, let's call it
This is our actual orbital thrust engine, if you will. This is the one where we're not just going straight up gaining altitude, we're actually getting some orbital direction. Depending on how high we get with the primary lift, we may actually have to try to lift over. But then we have our final stage, which is our maneuver and orbital kind of thing. And in this case, with this simple design, all we're trying to do is get up and get down. That's it. Nothing special. If we were actually trying to go somewhere, we would have our lifting stage, our travel stage, and then our return stage, basically. So the second stage, if we were actually going somewhere, like say if we were going to the Mun, that would be our travel to the Mun stage. And then we would ditch that and land, and then hopefully come home on that final stage. It would be much more complex than all that, but simplistically speaking. So I think we're ready to launch this. I think we can see where this goes. I'm going to save this.
Yeah.
And
launch.
And launch.
Loading.
Ooh, it's night. All right, we're gonna turn on the SAS.
Throttle up.
Throttle all that up. And
3, 2, 1. The space egg. I like that effect that they've added. Actually,
yes, stuff that is actually a really cool effect.
Kind of exhaust board effect.
Ooh. Sorry.
That's alright. Well, we're through that, so that doesn't make a big noise from it anyways.
No, that's a good point. Right.
Yeah.
I am going to actually try to lean us over a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting when you jump that, or when you drop that stage off. It may go a little squirrely on you.
We'll see.
So now we have the first stage. You can see the liquid fuel is the main center one.
As you can see, I'm actually starting to try to get a little orbital thrust right now because we have way more thrust than we need to get into space.
Some people will tell you don't do that until about 10K. Other people will just like to do it now.
I just like to get a little bit of. Theoretically, there is an actual most efficient way to do this. Look it up. I don't know it.
Yeah. We're amateurs.
Yes. So I'm gonna launch those off.
Yeah. We've got a little bit of liquid fuel left.
A little bit of liquid fuel left in this stage,
and we're gonna drop that.
So I'm gonna actually try to lean over a little bit and then launch
Fire away. Yeah.
So we're at about 17,000 gaining. Maybe I should straighten up a little bit.
So about 45 degrees now. By this point, it'd probably be good.
So you can see we're gaining a lot of altitude, and we're also gaining orbital. So the thought here is that
I'd be about 45 degrees at this point.
Probably go way over.
Yeah.
So I want to keep this about 70 because that's still a decaying orbit, but that's plenty. So I'm going to actually throw this over now.
Where's our... Oh, you didn't actually put a Kerbal Engineer chip on, so we don't know. So we're doing this all manually.
This is how I normally do it. This is, if you're not running Kerbal...
Well, now you're losing apples, so...
Because I ran out of fuel. So I'm going to run this stage. So we're at 70.
So that's going pretty well.
So I'm going to set us straight for gaining. See if I can't circularize this orbit a little bit.
And just burn until the camera changes. And it'll change to an orbital camera. And then you kind of know.
Yeah, so just keep an eye on your...
75.
So I can actually nose down a little bit. Still gaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't try and lose too much.
Well, I'm not trying to lose, I'm trying to maintain.
Well, because
that's probably too low.
You're essentially wasting energy. Because you know, you've already got that altitude, so
yes, you
changing your inclination is just burning against the energy you've already put in it. So.
Right. So you can see it's not gaining too much.
It's getting almost circular now. The LV909 is doing a fantastic job. Now it's going to gain a ton because it's almost circular. You got to wait for that camera to snap around. Or you just, this is often what people do, will stop.
So I'm going to wait until I drift up to my apoapsis because that's the point that it's the most efficient for trying to gain.
Hey, we completed a mission.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, what's that contract?
I believe we did this before. I'm going to delete this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are the ones we did.
And that's just telling us we lost some status.
Oops.
I think after this flight, I think we're going to call it a night.
Yes.
Because it's getting late. I'm not getting more drunk at all. I'm feeling like I'm getting pretty sober now, actually. Which means I'm tired. And I need to drink some water.
That would be a good idea. Yeah. That would definitely be a good idea.
You, sir, however, can stay up as long as you want.
Oh, I'm good. I think I will finish our little lesson here and call it a night.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I'm actually going to speed this up a little bit rather than sit here and watch.
You're getting pretty close. So anytime now you can probably circulate.
Alright, I'm going to go back to leave the map. And do we have...
We had JT someone 246.
Oh!
I didn't even notice.
Oh,
they joined.
And then they left.
Yeah.
Alright, well, anyway.
It's just a distance. Bob's gone too.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe he's back.
So, now that we're pretty well at the top of our orbit, I'm going to throttle up a little bit. I'm going to keep it kind of low throttle. Don't need to...
Have a look at where you're...
So...
There you go. See, so, and we have basically an
there we have a periapsis. So I'm going to run this up until it's about probably there.
Yep. And then hit X. Yep. There we go. We have orbit.
So, there we go.
Proper orbit. That's excellent.
Orbit. So, now theoretically I would want to go to the...
Yeah, if you go
it depends on where
there,
I want to land.
Yeah.
If I want to land, so in this case... I probably want to land somewhere around here, in which case I'd want to go to the...
Well, Kerbal Space Center is right there. No,
it's right there, isn't it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's back there. Right underneath that, you can see the little change of color.
Right.
That is where Kerbal Space Center is. So that's why they say you burn over Kerbal India and pull it back until it's the middle of that ocean, and then eventually you'll land just in the water just past KSC. Yeah, it's good times. I'm going to leave you to that.
All right.
Nature calls. And garbage needs to be put in the garbage.
So, if you have any questions, Odysseus, please feel free to ask. But yeah, that's pretty well about how it goes. You just gotta make sure that you have enough thrust versus your weight is kind of your issue here, right? If you're carrying too much weight, you can't really get enough power out of your engines. But of course, the problem is if you don't carry enough fuel, you're not going to be able to burn long enough to actually get anywhere. I'm gonna time warp us around, and then I'm gonna bring us back down. Alright. We're pretty well over Kerbal India. So we're gonna point, where's retrograde? Nope, that's prograde. So as you can see, we're losing some altitude. With any luck, we'll have enough fuel to actually get out of orbit. The other thing is, if you do run out of fuel, if your periapsis is low enough, what you can do is you can basically aero brake and you will decay out of orbit. It may take a while, but it'll work eventually. So don't despair. I'm gonna burn retrograde. So if you actually want to land somewhere near KSP, aim to overshoot a little bit, because as you enter the atmosphere, you will degrade a certain amount as you burn through. So always aim to overshoot your target a little bit as you come down. Not worth anything. Alright, we'll see if that works. That should hopefully put us somewhere around here. We're apparently on the horns of the dilemma now.
This is bunny rabbit ears. Sheesh. Alright. How are you doing here?
We seem to be on target. I've overshot us a little bit, so hopefully we'll land somewhere around here.
Oh, nice. Nice. This is going to be nice. Like I said 18 times. Nice. Welcome back, Bob. Bob didn't abandon us. He's not a prick. Like you said he was.
So I've got...
Kidding.
I've got a ton of fuel left here, which is okay,
yeah.
but I'm going to ditch it because I don't need it anymore.
No, keep it. Because
I'm going to end up ditching it no matter what, because to get our parachutes
once it starts getting red with atmosphere, burn it. Alright. Or just toss it off into space.
Well, it's going to burn up anyway.
Yeah.
So, there we go. We are going to turn off the SAS, because we've got a heat shield. And we're going to just turn this up and go.
How's the electric... Well, you still have tons of electric
I got tons of electric charge. Doesn't matter, but I don't need it. I just want it to enter the atmosphere at this point. So see, you can see here, we're slowly losing distance from the lumps.
So, I mean, we could have tuned the landing and almost had it right outside KSP, but it's pretty good.
We're actually going to be pretty close.
We're going to land near the island, the secondary runway. It's pretty good. Oh, look at it burn.
Burn,
baby, burn, disco fever, burn.
We might actually almost land right on the KSP.
Yeah, we're slowing down pretty fast. Oh, what blew up? Oh, was it the batteries? Oh,
I think it was the batteries.
They weren't far enough up the structure.
Oh, yeah, I think I got them too far out. That's okay, we didn't need those anyway.
That's why I just put them inside. Hey, what's the mission? Click that spinny star thing. EVA report?
No, we're not doing that.
It's nothing. I think we're too far down. Oh, it's going to land. Yeah, actually, that's pretty cool. It'll land fairly near the KSP. If he had fuel, he could have just popped it over, but no.
No. We would have burned it up already anyway.
No. I did it before with a Science Junior and 2 fuel tanks and an engine.
So
Crew report. Save. EVA report.
We're gonna pop the parachute here.
So you could EVA report at this point actually and launch her parachute. What? Oh.
I think we're gonna go with it's a PR nightmare.
All right.
I don't feel like losing Jebediah.
We haven't tested the parachutes yet, actually. So yeah.
Look at that. Here we go.
In the mountains or in the hills a little bit, but that's okay. That's pretty good.
I undershot just a little bit.
Well, no.
Oh, you can see our engine section.
It's gonna land on the fucking KSC.
Boom.
Crater now exists where the KSC once stood proudly. Alright. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good landing, really. We'll get some money back for that.
It's close. It's easy to pick up. So
you could drive a truck to the thing.
The chutes tend to pop kind of early, in my opinion, but yeah, it's okay.
You can just speed up time, too. EVA report, dude. Oh, do it. Right click. Hanging out. EVA report. You gotta click EVA report. There you go. Keep it. Board. Oh. Another EVA report.
Oh, EVA report.
Override existing. You just did what I did.
Oh well. Keep data. Alright.
Oh. Alright. Can you get back in? That's the question. There you go. B for board.
And recover that.
Well done.
Yay!
That was fun.
Good times.
Well, for those joining us, SpongeBob and Odysseus, thank you for watching.
Well, what did we get? We got 42 science.
We got
and, couple funds.
We were at 240.
Yeah, I burned a few.
Yeah, a few. So that was just a kind of a fun mission for shits and giggles. No reputation, unfortunately.
No.
Oh, but Jebediah.
He gained some experience.
Gained is level 1. Well, that's good. That's excellent.
So now we can do retrograde and prograde with Jebediah too.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's good. This is important.
Yeah, so if you've been watching, I'm Absurdities. This is Dundas. We have been streaming Kerbal Space Program, and we were drunk.
Yes.
Much less so now, but
thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you very much.
Come back again. I won't be here.
Yeah.
Absurdities.
He will be back in the United States of America. I live in Canada, where real North Americans live. And it's just, it's fun. And so we're going to click stop streaming.
Well, first of all, Odysseus, do you have any questions?
No, I don't think he's had any questions, because he's American.
You gotta let him ask questions.
He's from America, and I'm from North America.
I am.
We're all Americans here.
At any rate, so, thanks for watching. You should definitely subscribe. Follow, whatever it is.
I wish I had a subscribe button, but I'm not there yet.
Okay. Follow Absurdities. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Good night. Stop.